And I think what's also particularly effective about shots like that there is how you can't see the horizon because of the fog. It really adds an element of the surreal. And down he goes. The green-eyed things. These, to any child, are terrifying, and these reverse shots of Sea Rogue's horrified face lit up in green really add to the element. That's John Badley again there, I'm sure. And Sea Rogue's unnamed uncle. One more, I said, tonight. Don't do it. He's basically Boomer with a different head and funnel, I think. In fact, even the funnel might be the same. Sea Rogue, his uncle, Boomer, and the White Fleet, and the Green-Eyed Things all have the exact same hull design. It's the basic generic one that they came up whenever they needed visiting tugs, that were neither as big as the big harbour tugs or as small as the switches. And another set of memorable interactions here between Top Hat and Warrior. Warrior, well, I think that drives home for the first time just how clumsy Warrior can be, and we're going to see that pay off in spades later on. Thrilling. This is a war-like situation. A sense of advantage. It all sounds very appropriate given that the voice actor of Top Hat is just as memorable for the Colonel in the Dennis and Nasher cartoons, where he used basically the exact same voice. So hearing him ranting about tactics and strategy and war situations, it seems very apropos. The little boy's got a hat on there, a little sailor cap. It's a lovely little touch here as well of just Warrior turning his lamp out. Warrior and Zip and Zug, we see them, they all appear to be quite well hidden, but 10 Cents and Sunshine are sitting out here in the middle of nowhere with their navigation lights on. So, this is as good a time as any for me to explain navigation lights. As you can see, all the tugs have little lights on their wheelhouses and on their stern posts. And these are called navigation lights, so that other ships can, under dark conditions, spot the vessel and know which direction it's travelling. Now, there's 3 navigation lights that you need on a ship. The first are the masthead lamp, which goes right on top of the mast, as you can see at the rear there, those 2 white lights on top of their masts. That automatically tells any other ship that there is a vessel there and that you're looking at its aft end, because the masthead light is always at the stern. Then, the lights on the wheelhouse, which are red for port and green for starboard. The way you memorise it is that the red light is red like the drink port. So, if you're going along at night on the water and you see a red light and a white light, then you know you are looking at the port side of a vessel. And you can tell where its stern is, where the bow is, and depending on what way that's moving, you can tell what way the ship is moving. If you see a green light, you know you're looking at the starboard side. And just like on the ship, the lights are necessary in order for rules of the road. In a channel, ships need to stick to one side, and so they present the same lights to each other. For example, there's a poem, green to green and red to red, perfect safety, go ahead. Because you know that the green and red lights correspond to appropriate sides, if you see a green light facing your green light, then that means that you're coming towards each other, but you are going to pass each other. If you saw a red light, then you know you're moving parallel with another ship, and there is a danger of collision if you come any closer together.
What do we do? Get to the pirate sea road.
Well, now that I've rambled for a while, and not particularly eloquently, these little diving shots, they must be submerging the camera for this. Sunshine just started to make steam there, and now you can see that Zip will identify 10 Cents of Sunshine by their running lights, their navigation lights. There you go. It's not quite a clear view, but you can see the wheelhouse lights and the masthead lights. So even if it was completely dark, you'd be able to see and tell that there's another boat there and where they're going. You know that even though it's night and they're meant to be in silence, all of the tugs, all the switchers, are keeping their lights on, because it's really reckless, irresponsible and dangerous to be manoeuvring around without any lights on. These 2 green-eyed things are just the White Fleet, 2 of the White Fleet ships painted black with the cowling for the lights on. And you're left wondering, how are they doing all this? I mean, are they firing like tarpaulins out of cannons? But again, you're trying to hide source of illumination, trying to hide navigation lights and buoys, anyone that can identify you, so you can make a good getaway. And another fantastic shot of Sea Rogue entering the liner dock. One of Sunshine's few references here to his upriver life. And now you can just see Sea Rogue creeping, and it's very, very creepy. That's another brilliant shot. It gives him, having the camera so low down looking up gives him mass and size. You notice as well that Sea Rogue bounces off Tencents without them making contact, and presumably the wheeled trolleys underneath just made contact. You see the old man there too. Here comes Grampus coming up. Oh. I've actually forgotten what I was talking about now. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, presumably they're stealing the barges and then going to sell the loads off, because presumably stuff like fuel, engineering parts, loads, very valuable, and you could broker this stuff. It's not like money, it's that's another incredible shot. So basically, you need someone to fence the goods. So there must be other ports and so on around Big City where you could get someone to do something like that on the side. Quiet! And now here's where they improvise the idea of using Zip and Zug as bait. It's quite vicious of Sunshine though, serve them right. I mean, Zip and Zug haven't exactly done anything wrong at this point except for being a bit of a jackass to Tencents, and frankly all the Zeds are jackasses. Sunshine and Tencents are taking a lot of glee at this though. Let's go back, please. Come on. Zug's definitely got some ball bearings on him though to be venturing in like this. And a brief moment of glory. Eat your heart out, Tencents! Now that logo on the warehouse doors, I think that's the same logo that appears on Sea Rogue's funnel, the sort of M symbol. Very rare instances there of Zip and Zug's whistles being heard. Oh. And BAM! The green-eyed things also have a unique engine sound. It's a sort of knocking, puttering, clattering, as if they're not very well maintained. It's very distinctive. And now we're going to come into one of the best sequences in the entire show. An incredible soundtrack, incredible lighting effects, a lot of tension. It looks fantastic, and here we go. Now! Boom! For a little child, that's frightening, exciting. David Mitten's got a clear eye for this, and Terry Permain as the cinematographer. It's very striking, very memorable, artistic. It's beautiful. 3, 2, 1, charge! It's worth making the point that the tugs have quite good response times. I mean, they open their throttle up and just charge forward in the water. Wheelboats would take a lot more time to move off just because mass, resistance, etc. Though, again, you can see how they've managed to stop them without actually making contact, and presumably that's because, again, the trolleys rammed into them. Oh, here we go. Little teaser now for munitions with the pyrotechnics, and BAM! Bright sparks, warrior. It is some flair. It's David going crazy with the pyrotechnics, and just like how he created an entire episode to showcase the dry ice effects, very soon we're going to get an episode that's solely there to demonstrate what the special effects team can do with their explosives. And here we are. Again, you can see that basically how Sea Rogue and his uncle have the exact same sort of shape and dimensions, and how Sea Rogue is, how the uncle is blatantly Boomer with a different, he even has the white upper bodywork there on his hull. So, where was home? Upriver. Yeah, it would have been interesting to know more about them. I mean, how did he get kidnapped, etc. And Hercules doing what he does best, coming into bookend episodes. Act as a narrative device. He does the same function in this, in ghosts in the high winds.
Thanks,
Thanks, Hercules.
Well, I'm off to get some rest. Thanks, Grampus.
And
Son.
oh, I forgot to completely mention Fujifilm. I meant to talk about that. Well, okay. Look at this lovely soft light here.
Without your help.
According to a commentary I heard on John Carpenter's movie Christine, about a possessed car, Fujifilm provides a softer, more golden look and actually adds a sort of lovely golden tint to the colours. And for this sort of very warm, nostalgic period filming, it looks beautiful. And as you can see on the end credits now, Fujifilm is the stock that they use for the cameras. And I think it's a brilliant, brilliant idea, because especially with the shot now you get of Boomer sailing away into the sun. Because compared to modern stuff with digital cameras, there's no contrast. The digital cameras might be sharper and clearer and so on, but you don't always want it to be sharp and clear and so on. You want it to look right, and I think TUGS looks right, a little bit soft focus, a little bit filtered, a little bit through nostalgic eyes, because it's a very nostalgic period. And there we go. Sounds double mixer. No credits, and there's the Fujifilm. The Clearwater features. TUGS, copyright 1988.